Okay, everybody, it's time. Last episode. No! Yes. This is essentially, for season 1 at least, final episode of Dandadan. Okay, you got the Dandadan. Anyway, episode 12. Let's go to the cursed house. Now, I can already see, like, on Mal, this is a very low-rated episode, and for a reason, because they look at a cliffhanger. I expected this. Once they got done with the Superos, aliens, Nessie, and all the mantis shrimp, all that stuff, the cattle. And once they introduced Gigi, I knew this was not going to finish. And they were going to wait. That being said, are those decent? Good. A lot of comedy, a lot of bro moments. Yeah. Gigi and Okarun getting like, they're bros. They're bros. A lot of bro moments. Bromance. Yeah. But it really starts off with those mannequins, which they basically took up, and he says the mannequin that's at the school is gonna come visit her every night. Oh, I can't get over that shit. Anyway, Okarun finds out that she's gonna go to Gigi's house. Excuse me, Momo. So what ends on happening is they all go. He's jealous of Gigi, and he's trying to, muscle his interests, Okarun, and get Momo back on his side. Eventually, they do get to their destination, which is Gigi's house. In the shadows, announced to them, are these creepy ass people. When I read this in the manga, I was like, who the hell are these creepy people? More will be revealed. Not a lot was revealed in this episode. All we get is that they arrive at the house. Momo doesn't sense anything at the moment. We do see a creepy scene with Gigi back at the house where he can't sleep, and you see that figure, which is basically the evil eye spirit to a certain extent. Now, there was a hint dropped in the episode when they were on the train. Okarun starts talking about UMAs, and one of the UMAs he brings up is a giant serpent or a giant worm. We're going to let that sit for season 2. So it was kind of dropped in this episode. Now, the rest of the episode being watched by these creepy ass people. Momo goes head over to the hot spring district. And then they're like, Okarun and Gigi are playing soccer. And he kind of blurts out he loves Momo, kind of, not really, to Gigi. And he says, I win. And he's like covering his face because, he kissed Momo from, episodes back. And then Okarun notices something. He swore there was a room that was on the side of the house. And he notices it's not there. So they investigate. While that's happening, Momo is in the hot spring. She's having having a good time, by herself. And walks the 5, 6, old fat men. Because she didn't read the sign. Well, I think she did read the sign. It's mixed bathing. They start coming in, and they ask her, "Oh, John, do you know what a gator is?" And he's like, "Oh," she says, "Lizard." No, it's they mentioned like men who go into baths. But basically, while that's going on, we have Gigi and Okaroon. Gigi hits with a hammer a hole in the wall because he notices that wall that's there is hollow. And when you look inside of it, there are a lot of talismans on the floor, the ceiling, the walls. And then we go back to Jerks Propose to Momo, where she's getting pushed down by these old dudes. And that's where the episode ends. I knew this was going to end on a cliffhanger. I knew this was going to happen. And unfortunately, listen, I understand. Listen, answer. You did a good job here. So, take as much time as you need. Because I know what's on the horizon for this show. And Saru, they gotta bring it big time for what's on the hill that's coming up. If the photo that I saw of the announcement of season 2 is any indication, they're gonna go pretty far. We're not just gonna get the conclusion of this arc. We're gonna get the other arc, which, let me tell you something, strap your shit in. It gets, let's just say, the shit hits the fan, and it hits the fan fast and hard. Big time. I'm not joking around. If what they were showing in that, picture I saw, season 2 is going to be bonkers. Now, with this episode, unfortunately, I can't give this a 9 out of 10. Because obviously it was fast. It's on a cliffhanger. But still pretty highly rated. I still like the creepiness. I still like what they did with it. I still give this, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. But now as far as season 1 in total is concerned, there's very rarely, there's not a lot that I can honestly say to pick at. This adaptation of the manga, is pretty spot on. So, but I'm not going to go full bore. I'm not giving this a 10 out of 10. That's, as a complete season, that would be absolutely ridiculous. 9 out of 10. The reason why I say 9 out of 10 is that, okay, it could probably nitpick a few things, animation quality here and there. The pacing, I would think the pacing. That's probably the only area where I would say, And the only reason I say that is because of this episode. So it does fall in that category. But we're going to get season 2. No, I promise we're not going to get season 2 until the summer. So I got to wait 6 months. And I'm just letting you guys know, there's very little on the rise. I mean, I could start reviewing Solo Leveling. Because like I said before, as far as reviews are concerned, once Bleach is done, this is done, and Tower of God is done, I'm not going to be reviewing a lot. You might see some anime series reviews, but you're not going to see episode reviews. Like, I'm thinking Sakamoto, and maybe Ubel Block, but after that in spring, I just don't know. But it was a good send-off. I still give this a 9 out of 10. Fabulous job all around, Science Saru. You did a good job. You delivered the goods. You really did. I'm hoping that they bring this level of animation quality, music, sound, voice acting. Maybe fix the pacing a bit. That is my only problem, my only little beef, is the pacing. Because obviously they ended this season on a cliffhanger, and that could have been corrected. It really could have. If they had just did one episode more, like with Bleach, there's 13 episodes. This could have been 13 episodes. And it could have been corrected. But still, fantastic job. 9 out of 10. I cannot wait for July when they come back. Because I'm telling you guys, the shit that goes down after this arc, following it, whoo! Whoo! We're talking major, massive, gigantic battles. I am not joking. So, this is Bankai 922. Oh, dead. But it will return in July, and I will review the shit out of it. I'll see you guys later.